Hello. Welcome back to Tea and Toasties. I'm one of your hosts, Sabrina.
And I'm Rich. I'm the other one.
And welcome to episode 40.
40.
Over the hill.
Ooh.
That's us.
Big boys and girls now.
Yeah, we're old as dirt.
I'm feeling it.
We're washed up. Prime's long in the rear view.
It is.
Now we're just coasting along.
Are we coasting? Is that what happens?
But that's a good thing, right?
You know, that is a very good outlook.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I think coasting is fine sometimes. We're just
like
cruising.
You're in your zone, you're comfortable, no speed bumps.
Exactly.
Just coasting.
You know, if life was always like that.
It's good enough.
It's good enough. I was just saying before, I'm bringing that mentality still in from vacay. It's good enough.
I'm loving it.
Sometimes I'll just say, fuck it. No, don't worry about it.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's really turned a new leaf.
Mm-hmm,
We're on the same page. It's taken a bit of time.
There were some things I could have actioned on yesterday, and I would have done. But I just thought, you know what? It can wait. It can wait till tomorrow. I'll just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. It's like the angel devil on your shoulder. I'm like the good enough devil on your shoulder. Like,
yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
My voice creeps in. Just leave it. It'll be okay.
And it still gets done.
Yes.
I would have been doing something, and I'm like, oh, I'm just getting stressed out about this thing. If it's not working right then, I can just leave it, go back to it, and come in with a better, fresh mindset.
Yeah, because then before you know it, you've wasted a whole day like stressing on one thing.
Yes.
And then you get nothing done.
Nothing
You're
done.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, fuck that,
fuck that.
Go on to the next thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just better to walk away.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm learning still. I'm
Love
a human
that.
being that's learning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
So what's up?
Not much.
No.
You're here. I'm here. We're here.
Okay. Everybody's here.
We're coming off the tail end, whatever. We're coming off of the cold case episode.
Yeah. Hot off the cold case.
Hot off the press.
Yeah. I haven't. Oh, you go. No, please. After you.
You were going to say you haven't listened.
Come on, Sherlock. I haven't. Yes, I haven't listened.
It was just clicked published this morning. So it's out now. Yeah. Obviously, it's been out for a week for you guys, but for you,
it's been in your ears. It's been in your brains.
That's
You've
right.
digested it.
It was good. I thought it was fun.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was different.
Yep.
We've got video to support it, and I'll be working on those clips, and you can catch those anywhere you can catch Tea and Toasties.
Tea and Toasties pod, YouTube,
all
Instagram,
the places
all the
that I'm not aware of, and many more.
Yeah, we found it, just like the whole concept was fun. It was very well made. If you guys could have seen the computer back end, it was like I was in the system, the police system, with all of the
files
and the things. Yeah. Really good. One issue we did have.
Tell me more.
That we did want to talk about a little bit today.
Yeah, it's worth a mention.
Yeah, we talked about it a bit during the episode, but then after the episode, kind of as soon as I hit stop recording, we were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And Rich kind of went off on a tangent. I was like, wait. Let's
Save
record.
it.
Save it. Yeah, because I was like, I think this is important to voice publicly.
Yeah.
As you guys know, if you listened, no spoilers. Spoiler alert. If you haven't listened to that episode, pause here or skip ahead a couple of minutes. But
good point.
The culprit, the murderer of last ep of the cold case was Hassan, our Uber driver.
Yes, our Uber driver.
And even during the ep, we were like, okay, kind of odd. Like, don't like how they're painting his picture, you know?
Right.
And kind of, I think, why subconsciously we were like, it's not him.
Yeah. Didn't want it to be.
It felt like, if I think it's him, like, what does that say about me? Is how I felt during it.
It felt off as we were going. You'll probably pick up on that vibe when you listen to the ep. Like, we were kind of like, oh, why? Really? Are they making it him?
And it kind of did seem a lot more like it would have been Ben anyways, the ex.
That's who we
not
went
entirely
with
wrong.
Yeah.
But then just afterwards, we realized like what was kind of going on. Like, you can speak on this better, I think, being from the UK and the politics of it all.
Yeah. I think immediately, as you were saying, that we finished the thing and we both kind of looked at each other and we were like, oof, that just felt uncomfortable and off. I felt that this website, it could have been, like you said, it could have been a one-off flub, right?
Yeah.
Because this is the very first case that we've played, and they have many more on there.
And it seems like they have a team probably of people writing these things and putting it all together and building out each story, you know? So it could have been, who knows who was in charge of this one or just that one detail. But
true that.
It seemed like a ignorant choice to go with him as the killer.
Obvious culprit that really...
He was
He's an asylum seeker.
An asylum seeker, not a white person.
Yeah.
You know, they said illegal documentation and illegal this and illegal that. And
they
temporary housing. And then
all that.
When it was found out to be him, they said there were like protests in the streets and stuff. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, very odd.
Very odd. And I feel that, I mean, let's be clear. This is it's a story. It's not a real cold case. This was fictional. So I feel that the company here had an opportunity to not just play into those preconceived or
it's like, what are you
all
promoting?
The perceptions, that people are already feeling, that are fed through the media. And it's like hitting all the usual tropes of the bad guy being the brown guy, the bad guy being, you know, not from this country, or, you know, all the things that we see every day. And I feel that was just lazy. Well, no, hang on. It was lazy storytelling at best, but also it's dangerous at worst, because you're just reinforcing the messaging that we do receive through the media. Yeah. And it's feeding into people's existing fears. Yeah. You know, real world fears.
And racism.
Exactly.
It just was an unnecessary detail for a fictional story, like you said.
Exactly.
It could have gone so many other places with it. And obviously it just made us think like, like what kind of people are these people that are making this? And for actual further backstory, this was a website. We reached out to them to do a affiliate sort of thing.
Get a
work with
promo
them,
code.
get a promo code, do it on the air, share the code with you all. So then you guys, if you enjoyed it, can go and, because they're not free. It was like $15 though, but you know, a code to get percentage off. Get one of these, do it on your own. It would be fun. We reached out to the person. He ended up, I guess, for the better of how it ended up working, kind of ghosting us. He said totally, and then, you know, disappeared, was off and on. And then we're like, screw it, we'll just get it ourselves.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
And then in hindsight, ended up being for the better, because we wouldn't have felt good promoting it, which sucks because it was fun. It was well made. There were so many pros.
So much fun,
I just felt that element was a bit
it left
shady.
A bad taste,
I would have felt odd promoting it. And just like we felt the need to come on here and say, like, to double down and reiterate that that's not our mindset, our point of view.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just to make that extra clear, because yes, we did talk about it, we did it on the air, but those are not our beliefs, you know.
I think you could probably, as you were listening along, I think you guys could probably feel our vibe in real time as you were listening there, that we were like, no, please not Hassan, don't make it Hassan, you know, the obvious choice.
Like,
it's
are they actually
are they going
this?
there with this?
Yeah.
They had such an opportunity to swim against the tide here and challenge people's already, you know, the messaging and the perceptions that they have already to do something different, you know?
Because I mean, really the details could have stayed mostly the same.
Right.
Just with a white guy. It would have, there was no need. It wasn't like it was dire for the story.
No.
Yeah. And it
wasn't crucial.
I said to Rich, it's the equivalent to right now, if this was an American company making it and making the culprit a Mexican who's here illegally seeking asylum, like same thing, like, because that's very hot topic in this country right now, and everyone would have been like, it's him, of course it's him. Well, not everyone, but you know, the certain people with that mindset. So,
isn't it? And we had you mentioned earlier a little bit before about the UK politics of it all, and that's a massive subject and talking point over there. It's you know, the whole Brexit thing was built around trying to ram that point home about, you know, the UK should close its borders, shut up its borders, and be aware of people coming in illegally or seeking asylum, and just fear mongering.
Yeah.
And it really pushed people into voting a way that we left the EU.
Yeah.
We had Brexit, and all that media coverage of fear mongering had far-reaching consequences.
Yeah.
And it can do. And so that's why I was hugely disappointed here.
Yeah.
That they didn't have to do it.
No.
They could and should, in my opinion, have done better, because it's a fictional, it's a story.
I know.
It's a story.
And further proof, I guess, of the kind of people we are, because I doubled down on the creepy ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, it's always them. It's always them.
Yeah.
It was, just a bit disappointing. But we got 2 stories. We mentioned this in the last episode. And this is before we even played the first one. And we got 2 at the same time. And the second one, we teased to it before, is kind of juicy, we said. But it's the main thing is like an escort gets killed in a hotel or something.
Yeah.
And then after doing the first one, we were like, oh God, what are they going to do with this one? Are they going to victim blame her? And is it going to be like, what was she wearing?
Yes,
like all this stuff. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I know.
But we tried to skim. I don't know. We didn't really see.
I went into that story just to see, because I am curious to see if this was a one-off, a bit of a, I don't know, just a flub, or just they weren't responsible for this one, or it's just a mistake. They probably just leaned into the usual stereotypes themselves. Like, oh, we need a bad guy. Let's write this. Let's go with a Hassan. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So I did look at the case files and the suspects of this one with the hotel, and everything looks better.
Kosher.
Yeah, okay. I think so. I'm curious, and so I don't want to just throw this website under the bus completely.
No.
Yeah. But I'm quite willing. I want to play some more games, give it another go, and see if it is a theme that runs through the whole thing. Then we have a problem.
Because even then, it just with the one, it was like, okay, I'm feeling a moral dilemma. Like, do we do it again?
Yeah.
Are we promoting this if we do it again? And then I think the fine line there was like, we'll do it and we'll post that app that we posted, but we just won't do the actual promotion of it. Like, we're not going to tell you the website.
No.
I mean, if you guys want to know, maybe DM privately.
Yeah.
But that is another talking point. Just to go off of this a little bit more. Recently, I feel it's like we've hit that point now where it's like we've got some moral dilemmas and some pod politics that we're getting into recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're like in the big leagues finally. Like, some stuff is happening and we're having to make decisions. Like before it was like,
oh, I know,
our 5 listeners and we didn't give a shit and we're fucking around.
Yeah.
And now we're like, okay, we have real companies, real products, real ads.
Yeah.
All these things.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a responsibility now.
We do have we have responsibility, but we also want to keep things real, and we just still want to be ourselves with it. And that's why we've decided to talk about this today. And, it's not a big, we're on a moral high horse and whatnot, but it's just, we're just expressing our feelings as usual. And that's what we do. Yeah.
And the thing of this is being recorded and listened to by people. We just want to make our opinions like doubly extra known and extra clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was like, we said it in the last, but like maybe we need to reiterate.
Yeah.
Especially after our rage baiting on Instagram. I'm like, clearly some people need some extra explaining. Explaining just in case.
Yeah.
And then it's the whole thing of like, the brand is us.
Right.
And I want it to be authentic. I don't want people to get the wrong idea about us.
Exactly. Also, what it does is just creates a real talking point that, is hugely valid and interesting and something everyone can relate to. And it's something that people do talk about. And for us to have this, it found us, and it found us in a way that we couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it kind of found us and it's enabled us to talk about this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And what it also does, it just, we can jump off from this. For me, it made me think about just the responsibility that media has. People who are publishing things, it's such the media has to I don't know, they have to realize, I'm sure they realize, and perhaps that's why they do what they do, is that they have people's ears and eyes, you know, and that what they're messaging, what they show to us, it becomes our perception of the real world.
Yeah.
And so if they're sending out a negative message towards a certain marginalized group, then that becomes our opinion. Mm-hmm. And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Because it's like, even if the people who made this site, they don't believe that. They're like, well, this is the thing. This is what everyone else thinks or believes. Like this, it just is truth.
It just is,
it's in the media or whatever.
Yeah.
That could very well be. Or it could be some kind of a statement on their end. You know, maybe they've flipped it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It was just a letdown. Like you said, the media is the media. And these days it's so cuckoo and ass backwards and in the world of fake news, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing, but it's like the responsibility of the people and the independent creators and stuff to not also lean into that behavior.
What everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity to challenge the norms and deliver a different narrative, then I say, do that, you know, because with representation, you know, it's people, what they see is what they feel that they can become. Or if they see themselves on a show or, you know, in a band or just in the public eye,
representation.
You know, a representation, a role model. So if someone sees themselves in that person, they're like, well, I can do that too.
Yeah.
But if only they're seeing a bad guy, you know, then they're like, is that all I can become is a bad guy?
Yeah. I mean, I'm envisioning someone who's like Hassan playing this game. Imagine how that would make them feel.
Yeah.
They probably would have immediately been like, oh, it's him because they're doing this whole shit. Like it probably would have been more obvious to them because they are the victims of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have just made me so sad.
Very sad. I can't imagine. That's why I was hugely disappointed. I mean, our expectations going in, it was going to be a fun, and it was fun, interactive, it was immersive. Yeah. It was challenging. It challenged us.
It was, yeah.
I mean, super enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I was just let down by that part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, episode's over. Thanks for listening, guys.
That was just, there's that. Just a couple of cents, 2 cents. We thought we'd throw that in.
Yeah. Felt necessary. This podcast feels necessary. As we've heard. Speaking of reviews and whatnot.
Yes.
We got our very first review with words on Apple Podcasts from someone that I don't know. You don't know?
No, I didn't know them.
Shout out if you're listening. You know who you are if you left a review on Apple. But they left a really nice review.
Yes. I might pull it up.
It made my heart warm. And full and excited and happy. So if you want to also make me feel that way, you can head to Apple and leave a nice glowing review, please. Yeah, I think Apple, you can leave reviews on there. With Amazon, with words. Amazon, not so much. You can just put the 5 stars on there. Spotify, also just the 5 stars. Just the 5 stars. We will take just the 5 stars, of course. But seeing a review with actual words about their opinion about the pod from someone that I do not know, which that's a double thing of like, someone has found us. Yeah. Just random. I know. It's very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah. So leave that review. We're not interested in 1, 2, 3, or 4 stars. Nope. Only leave reviews if it's 5 stars. Our boy here here's the title he put, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm being serious, guys. And his name is Eldridge Carlisle, what's that, 4th? That's the 4th. Yeah. And here is his review. And it says, this podcast pairs best with tea and toast. It's good anytime, anywhere, but best with tea and toast. Try it. Try it. There you go. It's good anytime, anywhere. And ain't that the truth? See how easily pleased we can be. So what else? What else has been going on? I know. You got other mentions? Any further mentions? I think, yep. I got one. You got one? Well, it's something we wanted to circle around on. Yeah. This is like our bitching, complaining episode, sort of, with nice reviews sprinkled in the middle. Yeah. That's it. We're going to do a shit sandwich. Currently,
A
Rich.
shit toasty.
There you go. Yes. Try it.
Yeah, try it.
Pairs well. Rich has been currently over the past couple of days working on clips. Well, I mean, for the past couple of weeks, clips, but this specific clip from Rich's catch-up vacation episode, where he told the story about the Starbucks husband.
Yeah, Starbucks man.
And just how disappointing he was.
Yeah, it was a classic husband fail.
Yeah.
Anyway, you said to me, I think we need to circle back with that and discuss and explore a little more. So I'm intrigued.
Well, I said, after that episode, I don't know, because I didn't even do the edit, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it.
Right. It was playing on your mind, was
making me mad. Like, just, it was festering over here by myself.
Tell me more.
I was just thinking about that whole concept of like him, just that whole shit was just great. I'm like,
guys, you should see her right now. She's getting frustrated.
I'm spiraling over this guy.
Just over this guy.
Just the whole concept of him not listening. It's not that hard to listen. And I said to Rich, that's probably why she acts that way, because this is her life. She's exhausted. Yeah. She's carrying all of the emotional and like the labor of this relationship constantly. Yeah. Treating him like a child who isn't listening. Yeah. That's not very attractive.
Nope.
I could go on and on and on about that. But then, further enabling his behavior and see, I do listen. Bullshit. You don't. Yeah. And then it just got me thinking about the whole, I've heard this before, like nagging.
Okay. All right.
My wife keeps nagging me, and I cheated on you because you won't stop nagging. Nagging isn't real, okay? In this way. This is my hot take opinion.
Go.
It's not nagging. She's just trying to make you accountable for literally anything.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have to tell you these simple things. You should just do them because you're a grown-up and an adult who hopefully respects your partner.
Yes.
And your relationship.
Exactly.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Her nagging is just like, she shouldn't have to be telling you these things. She's telling you because you're not showing up and doing it.
You're not showing up.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
And then to get the nagging to stop, maybe just do it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Even the word nagging, I think, we need to rename that, reframe it. We're trying to reframe nagging here. It's not nagging. Yeah. Nagging just implies, I've got someone in my ear that's just going on about the same old.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's not, I want to call it something else. What is it?
I know.
It's like advising?
I have no idea.
What do we call it?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's like, I guess it is a thing, but it shouldn't have to be a thing.
Shouldn't have to be. If you weren't repeatedly doing the thing, because she's not, nagging implies it's a thing that's going on and on, it's continuous, right? So if you weren't continually doing the thing in the first place, repeatedly, then it wouldn't be mentioned to you. Oh, why are you doing this again? Why are you doing this again?
Or not doing this.
Or not doing this again.
It's like nagging implies that you're the one that's annoyed when really she is the one that is annoyed and is the only one that has the right to be annoyed in this situation. Yeah. Like, how are you victim? You're playing victim and you're not the victim here.
Yeah. Classic.
What's going on?
Gaslighting, no? Absolutely.
I think it's just like, I'd love to say gaslighting, whatever. I wouldn't, but like, it's manipulative behavior, yada, yada. That's a nice answer wrapped in a bow. But I don't even think it's like that. I think it's just simply like unaware, ignorant to what's actually going on.
Right. Laziness.
Lazy, just, I don't think it's like on purpose. Right. Which I don't know if is better or worse.
Do you think it's just finding a familiar, like, this is just the expectations, the bar is low, I'm just a bloke. We're just fitting into our roles that are expected. It's like, I just do this and I repeatedly do this and she just has a go at me for this.
Yeah, maybe, for sure. I think it is being like the whole thing of like, well, if you think I'm this way, I'm just going to be that way anyways.
Yes.
But I also think it's just lack of communication. Okay. You're getting told to do something seemingly repeatedly or whatever, instead of voicing maybe why you keep fucking up in this way or not doing something. You just keep not doing it and not communicating why, and then she's also wondering why the fuck you're not doing it. There's just a communication error, I think, because Aaron, for example, great example, like if he's on his phone, we've talked about this before. Yeah. If you're on your phone, you're looking in your phone, I can't focus if you're talking to me. Yeah. I would get annoyed. He told me that. I'm like, oh, okay. Therefore, now when he's on his phone, I know not to start a conversation because the same thing's going to, and it's not, he's not listening to me. Why aren't you listening to me? It's like, this is how you are.
Yeah.
You've communicated why you're doing this. Yeah. That's all you can do. If you can't change it, it's how your brain works.
Yeah.
Then it's up to me to then pivot.
Okay.
But that's all it takes is like, I feel like a conversation.
Yeah.
And if it's something fixable, fix it.
Right.
And that's it. But I feel like people just go through like,
the motions,
I do
the same
this,
motions.
then she complains, and then I do this, and then no. It's like,
well, that's just the definition of insanity, isn't it? If you just keep doing the same thing, and then
expecting a different result.
Yeah,
it's the definition of insanity. That's what they say in AA, right?
Is it? Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, are you stuck on a pattern?
Yeah.
And this is what I do. This is what I've done, and this is what I'll continue to do. Are you stuck on that, or if, like you say, if just a simple conversation, digging a little deeper and understanding why we do these things, and then just switching things, flipping things a little bit and going, well, okay, we've identified why we're doing these, but what if we just tweak things a little bit and looked at things differently? Are there different behaviors that would work for both people?
Yeah.
I think with the listening part is a manner of perception and...
Sorry.
Very good.
Sorry.
People interrupting and finishing other people's
sentences.
Exactly. These are all, it's the art of communication. For me, listening, active listening, is it's a love language for me. I know it's not one of them, one of the classics, but for me, it's absolutely, it's right up there for me.
And this is a perfect example. You've told me this before, and I'm a person who can multitask to a certain extent, right? In that way.
Yes.
If I'm not looking at you, I can still be listening.
Right.
But I know you're like, I don't know. Also, because that's not your experience. So you're like, how is she listening? I know she's not listening because I can't listen if I'm on my phone.
That's it. Perception. Yes.
And then I've noticed before, like you'll talk and then you'll stop talking. And then I'm like, I have to look at you and then you continue. So now I try to be like, yes, I'm listening.
Yes, full attention.
Full attention. Yeah.
But that's
all it takes.
I know.
But that's hard.
That's because I value when I give, it's my way of expressing love and respect to someone that I care about, is I give them full attention. I try to. Don't get me wrong. I'm guilty. Of
course, you can't be perfect all the time and aware 24/7.
Exactly. But when the opportunity is there, I try my best, and I think that's all you can do, is to try and give the attention that person deserves. So otherwise, you could just be talking to a fucking wall, So if you're there in a situation and this person is speaking to you, then for me, it's put the phone down.
Yeah.
Because that's a distraction.
Yeah.
You can't have a proper conversation if TV's on.
Yeah.
Some conversations require more attention than others. Is this an important conversation? Do we need to have a real... Are we having a chat about something serious here, or are we just deciding what's for dinner?
Yeah.
It's like gauge it. Mm-hmm. But then if you feel that it is something quite important, where information needs to be passed and swapped and, and then we figure shit out, then for me, because this is how I do it, is I'm giving full attention and there's going to be eye contact and I'm looking for body language and cues because it helps me understand what that person is trying to communicate to me.
Yeah. Or also like, talking to the brick wall feeling. It's like, hello, are you even listening? Like, that's so,
it's frustrating.
And it's what you just said a little bit ago. That is what it comes down to. You said, like, if you respect and care about this person, whatever, like you should be doing these things. And that's why it just stunned me to my core that this problem seems to happen with like married couples. And it's like, do you not love and respect this person the most in the world? You can't even do a simple thing of just listening to them. And then like the coffee order things, it was like such a simple order, even if it wasn't. Like Aaron has known me for not even 2 years, almost like a week away. He could order my 3 favorite things at the coffee shop probably.
Right.
Like even if he didn't hear me, he would still know.
Yes.
Or I wouldn't even have to tell him what I want.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
He would just know.
Yeah.
So it's like, how the fuck are you at this point and you can't even guess what she would want? Like,
These two were probably mine and Johnette's age,
Yeah.
the husband and wife.
I think it's like a contempt thing.
Mm.
It's the resentment. You're in such
Could
a
be.
resentment hole
Yeah.
that is so hard to get out of because
Yeah.
you've let shit slide for way too
Right,
long
right.
and pile and build, that both of you are just in this zone of like
Mm-hmm.
contempt. You don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Everything's like going both ways, you know? Because for the wife, it's probably exhausting to having to keep say the same thing. For the husband, he's like, I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
they're both shutting down in these
Yeah.
separate ways that do not work.
It's like, are we going to do this dance again? Here we
Yeah.
go. It's the same old, same old.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, he could and should have done better. He should have taken a beat and thought, hang on a second, I've been married to her for this long now. I should know what fucking
Yeah.
coffee she wants.
And it's like, don't you want to be happier? Isn't this annoying to live this way? Just fix it.
Yeah,
That's just an annoying way to live, I think.
absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm here as a 28-year-old, never been married person talking about these things, sure, as if I know the truth and how it is. But I'm only speaking on stuff I've witnessed and things that I don't, that I'm trying to avoid,
Yeah.
you know? So I
yeah.
think that's the only way
Yeah.
is to, just observe and try to not
Yeah. Not
do those things.
Fall
Learn
into that
what
too.
can I do to avoid these things.
Exactly.
I think that's important, like before the problem shows up.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I think it speaks a lot also for, that the argument of that women are carrying that emotional load for the couple.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the guy is not showing up
Mm-hmm.
emotionally. He's like, well, I'm just here. These are my roles. I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I'll fix the car and I'll take the trash out and I'll do
it's like
this,
I'm doing all
that, and
this
the other.
physical burden stuff, but like the mental load is so intense.
It argues way more.
Yeah, because then there's the whole argument too of like, why didn't you clean the dishes or whatever? And it's like, well, you didn't tell me to, or like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Or going to the grocery store, just tell me what to get and I'll get it. It's
Yeah,
like,
no.
do you understand I'm still doing the task?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm taking on the mental load of this task still.
Because I'm having to tell you.
I'm having to figure it out for you and then tell you and then police you and then correct you if and when you do it wrong.
Yeah. That's more of a job than you could have done it yourself in the first
manager.
place. Yeah.
I'm the manager.
Yeah.
You're the employee
Or
that
a
should have been
babysitter.
fired long ago. It's, the mental load that people don't think about.
Yeah. And that should be a shared load. It's not, it shouldn't just automatically, women are, more emotional. They're good at this stuff. That's their domain. Leave that to them. It should, we need to get involved more in that. We need to show up more in that department and just, take some of that load.
Yeah. And don't get me started on when kids come into the mix. This is why I'm always so scared talking about it. I don't want that job, right. All the jobs. I don't want all the hats.
Jesus.
Can
you even imagine?
No.
And you throw that in there?
There's the thing, I forget, it's called like touch, like you're over touched. I forget what it's called. Like, because the kids are always like, mom, and crawling on you. And it's like,
right.
Get off. And it's like, love you, but it's like, I'm overstimulated right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's touching me, crawling on me, begging, needing something. So then when the husband comes along and is like wanting to snuggle, at that point you're like, I'm done.
I already,
all physical contact. I need to be left alone.
Yeah.
So then that causes other problems in other areas. And it's like, if you can just help a little bit throughout the day in all these little ways, like.
Yes. Yeah. Share the load. I also think that it's going a little bit back to patterns.
Yeah.
And identities and expectations, role expectations.
Yeah.
And I think that's that's rear view mirror stuff. That, guys, our role has shifted.
Yeah.
As women's roles have shifted, as needs to evolve too.
Yes. Because we've talked about this before. It's not the 50s anymore. Women also have careers and jobs and, other lives outside of just being a housewife.
Yeah.
But some people still want both worlds. They want you to contribute to money and everything else and also housework and cook dinner and take care of the kids. Like we can't do both anymore.
Right.
We only did everything before because we didn't have a job.
Yeah.
Now we also have a job. So therefore, sorry, we kind of have to split this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the emotional load that, I don't know if it's avoidance or it's an inability or what it is, but I think it's something that guys can do better at.
Yeah.
I know I can do better at, and it's something we should all be working on continuously. And as people, you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, oh, guys, yeah, you got to do better. But, you know, just as people, we can all do better in different things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about these things. I'm not saying this is all my experience. This is just stuff I've observed, you know, and yeah, I could do better and all these things as well, you know, be more active listening and all that stuff. But I think the whole lack of emotional this and like roles, that's just like in your DNA, in the core of men and women, like it's just been established for so long.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, there's the tropes of girls, they grow up as little kids imagining their wedding and babies and yada. And then dudes are imagining whatever they are. And to them, being a dad is like fun, cool stuff.
Yeah.
Playing catch with my son.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's the extent of being dad. It's like
I'm
passing on my last name.
Yeah.
And like having fun.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, it's back then, sure, you could get away with just doing that.
Get away with. And I think
like,
you're right with that phrase.
It's shifted now.
There's more to it, guys.
There's a lot more to it. And I find a lot of men still think that's all it is.
Right.
And they're like, I want kids. I want kids. I'm like, do you?
Yeah.
And for what reasons?
Yeah.
And that's why I think there is a male loneliness epidemic, because they're not changing, growing, shifting to the men that today's modern women are expecting.
Need or want, yes.
Yeah.
And women are probably finding out that, guys, the thing that you were offering before, your you know, the attributes, the things that you could bring to the table, I've got that covered actually. So don't need you.
And it's like what I said about the coffee couple. She's like parenting him. It's like, I don't need 3 kids. I want 2 kids and a partner. Like, well, I shouldn't have to be also parenting you. You know,
key word there, mate, is partner. You just said it. It's partner, and that's a partnership. That's sharing responsibilities.
Yeah,
sharing emotional load, is sharing the tasks. You know, and that's a team.
Yeah.
Right.
And it all comes down to, it's not just one-sided. We're not hating on men here fully. You know, I think everything comes down to, say it with me, communication. With the rainbow, communication.
It
that's
does.
All it is.
Yeah, boils back down to that.
Both ends, both sides.
It is. And, you know, guys, or anyone, a person can get frustrated. And, you know, you said there, it's like whether it's been, you know, it's it's an umbilical transference of this is what happened, you know, down the generations. My dad did this, my grandfather did this, and this is how I shall be too. You've got an opportunity to be different, make a change and evolve, you know. And there's also cultural influences, what we see, what we hear, friends, peers, big. Everything, it all influences. All those stimulus comes in, and then we, you know, but we still get to make a choice. Yeah, you do. It's like, oh yeah, I get all that, but you don't just have to follow the well-trodden path of this is how a bloke is. This is how a father is. You do what you need to do to. Yeah, and it's not just a need to do, it's that you should want to do. Oh, God, Jesus. Right? I'm triggered. Yeah. Like you should want to do this. Want right? to do, yeah. Like, yeah. It's not like, oh, you asking me to do that? Okay. Yeah, I need to do this. For what reason? Yeah. To have a partner. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that. No, it's a want. It's got to come from inside. You got to want to do that. I mean, if ever, and when I'm slacking off because of my own personal reasons or any kind of mental load I've got going on inside, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I need to do better, like for me, of course, but then I'm like I'm not showing up, or you know, in my own made up thing I'm doing in my own head. Like I want to do more for the partnership, exactly, you know. It's like that should, I feel like it doesn't cross people's minds. Well, we have to remind ourselves, you know, we can all get, you know, there's things that suddenly slow us down or just throw us for a loop. But it might even take those, you know, stepping in some dog shit now and again, just for us to take a beat and go, hang on, can I do better?
Yeah.
Where am I not
Yeah.
showing up? And then the communication, the chat, the talk.
Especially before falling into
Yeah.
a pattern, a routine,
a negative pattern, which can lead, and that can spiral.
Yep.
Before you know it. But just going back to the listening part very slightly.
Yeah.
Because this is funny. We were talking to some friends at the end of last week, me and JB, and we were actually talking about that.
Nice.
Listening. Yeah, it was an interesting conversation because on the back of the whole Starbucks dude.
Yeah.
One half of the partnership was talking about their experiences and how they communicate in their relationship. And the other partner was talking about theirs. And what it boiled down to is that they were lovingly teasing each other.
Okay.
And these two communicate greatly, right? But what it was, they were kind of still jabbing, poking each other in a fun, playful way.
Yeah.
But saying, but you do this and you do this. So it's obviously something they've discussed before, which is great. And it just highlights how people operate differently.
Yeah.
One would says, yeah, I communicate like this. I speak, and for my brain, I have to stay on the train. If there are any interruptions, if people interrupt me, talk over me, or use it as a step off, a jump off to start their own conversation, whatever, then I'm off the train. I've lost my train of thought.
Right.
And she said she cannot recover it again.
Yeah.
Okay. And it suddenly she's got like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then just shuts up.
Yeah.
Whereas the other half, they were saying and admitted, hands up. It was like, yes, I'm super guilty of this. What I'll do is I'll listen, but all I'm doing is I'm listening for an opportunity for me to jump in and tell my part of the story.
Yeah.
And while you're speaking to me, I'm thinking about my response.
Yeah. I think I'm mostly that.
Thinking
unfortunately. Not all the time.
No.
But sometimes, yeah.
Right.
Because if I wait and I hear out everything, then you're done. And I'm like, brain empty now. I had thoughts during that, but now they're gone. So I will catch myself sometimes like, hold it.
Bookmark that.
And then I'm like, but pay more attention. It's a whole thing.
But it's tricky, isn't it? Like to have the balance of a conversation, it is an art. It's not just speaking, it's two parts to it. It's a two-way street. It's the speaking but active listening. Now, you're saying if we take it in turns, basically ping pong.
Yes.
So I speak. Yep. You say nothing. And then I finish. And then you go, I think he's finished. Yeah. And then you come back. Yeah. I mean, it's stilted. It doesn't feel natural to me. Yeah. Yeah. But I think people find their dance in conversation, how they can communicate together.
And that's important. You gotta find the balance and the if we're talking partnership in a romantic sense, like fine, that's enough to throw it away, in my opinion. If you don't communicate effectively, even just in simple back and forth, it's like, how the fuck are we gonna do this forever? Like this is exhausting. Like, I've had experiences before, and it's like, I'm just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
Or
and
then not speaking up on it, and then being like, I think I resent this person, and then being like, my fault. Right. And then you learn like not to let it go that far or whatever in the future.
It's frustrating, isn't it, when you feel you've got some shit to say and you haven't got the opportunity? Do you force your way in? You're like, hang on, I'm coming in. Or do you wait for that person who if they will suck all the air out the room?
Just keep going and going. It's so hard. There are plenty in every conversation, things that are just lost. And you just have to let them go because their opportunity is long gone. And then to be like, hey, can we go back to that one thing you said 5 minutes ago? I just have one slightly stupid nuanced thing to throw in that I thought of, but I never do. I just usually just let it die.
You do?
Or I'll try to butt in when I think, especially in a big group, I think like there's like a pause and then I start going and then, and I'm a pretty quiet talker in general. So I always chalk it up to like, I guess they just didn't hear me because they just will talk over me or then just keep talking. But that just makes you feel shit.
Yeah.
But I'm always
and then
like,
you give up.
They're not doing it on purpose. I like to think.
No, people get excited, Yeah. Especially in a big group, there's lots of energy, high energy, people get excited. And then I just feel that it's too much competition for airtime. I can't compete with that.
I can't. No, especially like you said, the excitement. If I'm going to say something, I'm usually like Yeah. And then like, I'm not coming in like, oh my, like everyone else is.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I'll say something. I'm usually like throwing in little bits, little witty comments here and there, quiet enough, damn near under my breath to where only the person next to me hears it. And either it's a shared moment of like, oh my God, haha, I heard that. Or they laugh loud enough to where everyone's like, what?
Oh, what did you say?
And then they'll say it and then I'm sitting there like, smiling like that was my joke.
I got one in.
My joke made it on air. Or they'll be like, Sabrina just said this. And I'm like, I did just say that. Like, yeah. So that's kind of how it operates mostly. Or especially if it's like me and Tina with a group, I'll just turn to Tina and and we'll have our own little moment.
Yeah.
And then carry on.
Yeah.
It is tricky. And then you never know what other people are thinking. Like
True.
Because I've talked about this before where people are like, I hate when I'm telling someone something and then they just come back and say, oh, well, this happened to me too. Like, oh, you're making it all about you. And I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to relate.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make it about me.
It's not the one-upmanship.
I'm only telling you this because I think it will help you.
Help the conversation or just add to the conversation. It can come across as that.
But some people.
Oh, your story. I see your story and I'm going to raise it with my story and I'm just going to keep going here.
I mean, if you're listening to this and we've ever had a conversation, just know that's never what I'm doing.
Right.
I just feel it's awkward or like sometimes I just don't know what to say. If I don't have something that relates, I'm kind of just like silent.
Yeah.
So then if I do have something that relates, I'm like, ooh.
Excited to get it in.
I'm in the convo.
Yeah,
I
relate.
can contribute.
Yeah.
There's plenty of times where like Aaron, he'll be like this whole thing about my music and this gear and this thing. And I'm just sitting there like looking at him. Or I'll be like, And then he'll just be like, do you have anything to say? And I'm like, no. I'm like, because I don't know how to even contribute. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm loving that you're excited. I'm like, but in my brain, I have nothing to contribute because I don't know this world that you're talking about.
But dude, that's fine. For me, that's like, you said there, you're enjoying his passion. He's talking about this subject. But for you, it's kind of like, I can't relate yet. I have nothing to contribute because I don't have a story that comes in like this or an experience. Yeah. But maybe, at this point, maybe you're learning, gradually about this and then fire some questions in and then show the interest. And then that develops the convo and things like that.
Yeah. Or he's like, what do you think I should do this way or this way? And I'm like, I have no like knowledge about this to give advice.
Yeah.
But I'm always usually just like, whatever you think is best. Yeah. I don't know. Or It's like,
I mean, I like it when someone's passionate about something.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. You can see and hear their energy. And, when I got friends who'll talk about back to cars, talk about cars. And I can't relate, you know. And that's a toughie when people get onto subjects that you just have no input and you're like, but I really want to join in.
Yeah, you ever walk up to people talking at a party and you're like, hey, and then you're like just standing there like, what the fuck are we talking about? And then you just like have to slowly back away. You're like, actually, I don't want to be in this convo.
I'm just going to see what they're talking about over there. And then earwig in a little bit and like, maybe I can join in on that one.
Yeah.
But do you think there's too much pressure to be contributing vocally? Do we put too much pressure on ourselves? Is it okay to be the person in the circle, if there's 4, 5, 6 people, do we all have to be speaking?
No. And I think that's fine. I don't think anyone's looking at you like this girl's weird. Some people probably.
Yeah. Why are you so quiet over there? Yeah.
But as the person, I typically don't feel weird. Depends who it is, of course.
Sure.
Do I want to fit in? Do I want them to like me? Is it a first impression? What's going on? Yeah. But if I'm just hanging out with people I know and everyone's talking and I'm just sitting there kind of observing, if anything, I just get bored. Right. Eventually. Even if I'm like, love what you guys are saying, love you guys. This seems like a fun thing. I'm like, I'm just kind of bored though. I'm just sitting here. Yeah. And then it's like rude to just like pull out your phone.
Well, we were kind of in that situation the other night I was just telling you about, and this couple, they were talking about their how they communicate with each other essentially. And that was a very interesting conversation, just to talk about those different ways.
Yeah.
And then later on, I don't know, we were talking about kitchen countertops.
Oh, freaking fun. How exciting.
And I think Jonette was like, she kind of picked up. She knew that I had tuned out.
Yeah.
And she said, what do you want to talk about, Rich? And then my friend was kind of like, yeah, we should talk about something else because this is boring, and they were the ones talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're comfortable in a group of friends like that. Mm-hmm. That's great when you can just say, hey,
like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
That is fun. I find, big, I guess usually if I'm in a big group, we're not all kind of talking about the same thing at one time. It's usually little pockets of convo or something. And if I find myself just sitting there by myself at one time, you can get the lucky opportunity of another person being like, hey, and like seeing you and you're like, oh, hello. And then they start talking to just you one-on-one. And I'm like, yes, love this.
Yeah.
And then usually we'll go off and then the group will be like, where the hell? And we're like in the kitchen, like bop, 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 like in on some tangent about
love that.
Whatever it is.
Love
like,
that.
That's kind of more what my conversations are.
Yeah, I think you and me are the same on that then, same page, because I do prefer...
I'm like, you want to go outside?
Or
like, let's go out.
Yeah.
Let's share a cigarette and let's talk.
Just a very... One-on-ones for me, that's where I shine, if you like, I guess, because it's just a nice back and forth.
Kind of like what we're doing right now,
right.
Huh?
And that's the beauty of the podcast, right?
That's it. Just two people who wanted to talk.
Right, two people who didn't have a chance to talk before.
Oh, now we're forcing everyone to listen.
Right.
You must
what a stage we have now.
That's so funny.
What I've found works for me when having a conversation and it helps the other person to feel that they are being heard, that they are being seen, is to actively, when you're actively listening, you're not just waiting for an in.
Uh-huh.
You can bookmark some shit, as we said. It's like, oh, I would like to jump in there, but there's only so many you can have in the chamber, right? How many bookmarks you can have back there?
Yes.
Right.
So even if you have one, it can be like overwhelming. To have more, you're not listening at all.
And and that's all you're thinking about is I got to remember the bookmark, and then you've tuned out. If there's that glaze,
exactly.
It's like...
Yes, it's so true.
So there is just a balance on it.
Yeah.
But what I find helps me is if the person, they're saying something, and just to double check, it's like, okay, I feel that you're getting towards the end of your point.
Yeah.
And it helps if you say things like, so what I'm getting from this is that you're feeling like this, is that right? Or, you're just checking in, there's a check-in point just to say, so I'm hearing that, or is that right? And then it's just looking and waiting for some confirmation just to make sure that we're on the same page, there has been some understanding. And then that would be the speaker's opportunity to then go, yeah, that's totally it. And then you can jump off from there. Or the speaker could go, yeah, kinda, but it was more like this. And then you both have asserted that, I have been listening. And then the speaker can go, wow, yeah, this person, they're listening. They hear me.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to be heard? That's what we all want.
Yeah.
Innit?
It's hard. I always admire people who can do that seemingly just like so easily. Because my number one conversation thing is the ping pong and the like, and I relate to this. Or I like to think my way of saying I'm listening is by relating in that way, or just like I'm saying things based on things you've said.
Exactly.
So that's proving that I was listening. Because
I'm
I'm sprinkling in and I'm calling back to the things that you've said.
Yeah.
But it is when people like you do it, like that's like you're such a good co-host as well to have. It's
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. I'll say something and then you're like, ooh, so what do you, and you'll ask a question about something I said. I'm like, oh, that's so good. I'm never really asking questions. That sounds horrible. But like, in like in a casual convo.
Right.
If someone is like opening up or telling me about something, I'm like, wait, so I will ask questions there. Like,
when you're looking for some clarification.
And like, or like, I'll ask questions in that way. If it's more like a serious thing or they're talking about their feelings. I'll ask more questions in that way.
Well, that tracks.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that make you feel?
But just like, oh my God, this crazy thing happened at lunch the other day. And then I'm like, what happened at lunch? What sandwich did you order? Wait, so you're telling me that you ordered and then this, like, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably, actually, that's not really how we work either. It's not like, you're jumping in with the questions. It's more we do bop around, and it is that kind of spark. What I might say sparks something in your mind, and then we do tangent off, and then before it's just like it all branches out.
Or an immediate relating, like immediately.
Yes, yeah.
Or like I'm finishing what you're saying with like a joke, and you're like, yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, then I know that you've got it.
Yeah.
I know that you've understood, and then you're rounding it off with a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
So then at that, for me, then I know. Well, she's listening. You're getting me. I feel heard. This is great. Nice. But then we've had the familiarity of probably finding out each other's just the way we do communicate, and then kind of just working around that, I suppose.
Yeah. Have you ever talked to someone like? There's like one person standing out. They're not in my life anymore, but like, I remember just being like, are you okay? Like, what is going on? It made me feel so weird, the conversation, because they would like ask me a question or something, and then I'll respond, and then they'll just like, I can tell when they're looking at me, they're not actually listening. And then like, as soon as I'm done, they just say something else that is totally off topic.
Yeah.
Or another question. And I'm like, you're just using me to like talk at.
Yes.
You just want to say certain things.
Exactly.
My response does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just standing here.
Yes.
And you're kind of just
spitting
words and thoughts out at me.
Yep.
And then they're always like, okay, bye. Nice to see you. And I'm like,
I'm done here.
What just happened to me? I feel violated. I feel, what did you just do? Like, Kate walked up to me, spit on me basically, and just walked away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what just happened?
Yeah, that's just word vomiting.
It was so weird. And then they used to call me and be like, can you talk? I'm like, sure. And then they'd call trauma dump on me for like an hour, and then just be like, okay, I got to go actually. Yeah. Something's come up. And I'm
Great chat.
Okay. I finally had to tell them like, stop.
Yeah.
I'm not, I said like, go to therapy.
Yeah. Yes.
Go, like, I'm not, I'm not your therapist.
Would you think that they perhaps, because you'd established this, well, I can go to Sabrina and she'll just be a pair of ears and she'll just listen. It was established and that person was just like, yeah, great. I know where to go for this.
Sure. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm giving them advice. I'm trying to relate, helpful stuff.
Listening.
And then the response would always be like, just a continuation of the tangent. I'm like, did you even just listen? So then I was like, I'm not actually, this is not serving me anymore. This is weird.
Would you think that there's like, where to go to some friends for certain things? It's like you have Swiss Army knife friends, some people that have, they can do a bit of everything. Yeah. But there's specialist friends, like a samurai sword friend who you go to that person for that. Yeah. Or this person is just a small, I'm keeping on the knife analogy. Sure. Sure, we'll go there. Yeah, just a little dagger, they're a dagger. Yeah. I go there for that. So
a butter knife.
A butter knife. They like to spread the word.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So it's just, we got friends like, if I want someone to really listen to me today and I also want to get some advice, I know to go there. Yeah. If I just want to cut up, have a bit of bants, I know to go there. Yeah. And then there's friends that are like, I do want a bit of everything, I want to go Swiss Army.
It's like we've talked about in the pod before, like one person cannot be everything, cannot fulfill all the needs. And that's a mistake I think a lot of people make with the partner who is maybe like your number one in certain aspects and maybe your most vulnerable aspects, but they cannot be everything. Right. So I think you do need different people to go to for different things, but you kind of should be able to go to any of these people with anything if you had to. Yeah. At least that's how I operate with the people that I keep. In my life, Yeah. But I think that's also why it's like the mom thing. So many people struggle for many reasons, losing your mom or something. Because it's like your mom is your mom. It's like I need a mom right now. I need the mom advice, the mom specific. Because there are like I talk to my mom like every day, but specific things that I'm like, only my mom
would get it. Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta talk to her. Yeah. Certain things.
Very
like
true. There, your go-tos for certain situations.
Yeah, and Tina for me for so many things. And she's been my first call for many stuff.
Probably on speed dial.
Yeah.
But then but the mum role, she fulfills quite a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost everything.
Yeah.
But not quite everything.
And
'Cause,
not
like,
every mom.
not every mom. I know.
No. I mean, you're so lucky with yours.
We're lucky, yeah.
You know, you're just also, you know, besties too.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. You've got that relationship.
Yeah. And they know you. They can sense something's off.
Mm-hmm.
There's been times before I've just been texting her and she's like, or talking. She's like, do you need to talk?
Wow.
She's like, there's something you want to say, or
Awesome.
do you need to call me later? And sometimes it's like, yes, you're right. You're picking up on something.
Wow.
And other times like, no, I'm okay. But there was a time recently where I wanted to talk to someone and I was like, it can't be my mom, can't be Erin, because I was like, I just need a pair of ears, a relatability.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, they're fixers, which is great. Love that to have these people in my life. And yes, do I need fixing a lot? Yeah. Will I go to them for that? Of course. But I was like, in this moment, I don't need a fixer.
Right.
I just need someone to listen.
Yeah.
So I was like, for that reason, I'm not going to go to you. Because as my mom, she wants to help. That's going to be
For sure.
She's never going to be able to turn that off.
Yeah.
She's like,
she's a specialist.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not going to be able to just not try to help.
Yeah. But you know what you're going to get. You know, you go to these people and it's like, yes, I do need fixing, or this situation does need help. Mm-hmm. That's where I'll go. Mm-hmm. But when sometimes you just need to vent. You just need to get something out and off your chest. You're like, okay, I know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there's the person, not a person, the journal. Yeah. When I used to journal, that thing. Yeah. That I would never treat a friend the way I was treating that journal. Just like, like dumping everything.
Really?
All the thoughts spew.
Yeah. I've never really journaled. This is my form of journaling. This is a living journal.
That's right.
And it's just everything.
That's what they say.
It's thought streaming. It's coming out.
Yes.
A lot of this doesn't even it's not going on up in
I know.
You know, it's just coming out.
It's just coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
why we've had so many episodes. I'm like, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. And the next thing you know, we have a whole 3-hour episode. Yeah. Like, what happened? Where'd that come from? As you guys know, we love drinking here at Tea and Toasties Pod.
Oh, do we?
And we have found a product that we believe needs to be shared with you all.
We have to share this.
They're called Liqueur. They are hangover gummies. Rich and I have been trying these out for a few weeks now. Yes. And gotta say, they work.
This shit works.
The shit works. That's the tagline. Well, most recently, you had a couple nights out before you had a big soccer game.
That's right.
In the morning.
Yep.
And what happened? You woke up feeling...
I mean, yes, right as rain. I usually...
Amazing.
I can get hangovers, as you know, off of 2 drinks, 3 drinks, and I'm down for days. We tested this. We even went out on a couple of nights together and we drank and drank and drank, just pure testing.
We had to.
We had to just test this product. And I woke up and I was like, whoa. I'm feeling fine. Let's play soccer. And this, I had to get up at 6 a.m. or something silly.
Yeah. Well, these gummies, they combine
What's in it?
DHM, which is derived from the Havinia dulcis tree and has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. It helps break down the toxic byproduct of alcohol responsible for common hangover symptoms such as headaches, nausea, and fatigue.
Check. I get all those.
This does everything.
Yes.
It's also infused with prickly pear and milk thistle, both known for their liver boosting and antioxidant properties. Mm-hmm. Also, B vitamins as B6 and B12, electrolytes, and ginger root.
It's got all the
reduce
things.
Nausea and aids digestion.
Amazing. Now, where can we find them?
Guys, with our exclusive code TNT. You can get 20% off these gummies at liqueur.com. Code TNT for 20% off your order.
Take them while you're drinking and you'll wake up, and I guarantee you'll be waking up feeling nice, fit and fresh.
Yes, and not only are you helping yourself, you are helping us because with our code, we will also be getting a commission. We're in the big leagues, y'all.
Yep.
That's liquure.com, promo code TNT.
Well, that's time to call it. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, are you well than welling? Finishing it up?
No.
No, but it does get like that, where like we'll go on a tangent and then stop talking for 2 seconds, and then we're like, damn, I guess that's over. Like you do come, like you jump around through the web of convo, and then it just reaches the end. And you're like, we've made all the connections we can.
Really?
We've gone on all the offshoots possible.
Mm.
And it's like at the same time, both of us just come to a dead full stop.
Pretty much
like,
at the same time.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the brain. It's done.
Well, dude, that's your time then to ask the question.
Shut Shit.
or to recall the thing that you were bookmarking. No. It's like, oh shit, forgot it. Dang.
Damn. But then that doesn't feel authentic for me, for my brain. It would feel like, oh, I'm just asking this to like keep the convo going, even though it's not something really necessary.
Right. But then you never know where then, okay, it might feel I'm just keeping the convo going, but then it could just go somewhere else, and it usually does, you know, or it kind of like then finds another tangent. You're like, whoa, we're back on something exciting here.
Yeah. But maybe it's also a subconscious thing, because you know what scares me, because I don't do it, obviously, people that are like fishing for info. So they're asking you questions and you're like, wow, they're so engaged in this convo. They really want to know more about me and my life and this situation or whatever. It turns out they're just like fishing for advice or fishing for info.
What, fishing for info about you?
Or about whatever I'm talking about to go tell someone else or whatever, you know?
God.
Like I know that's a thing, but I don't do it. So I always forget about it in the moment. And then I find out later, I'm like, wait, how'd that person know that? And then I'm like, I have to backtrack and I'm like,
oh, I told that person.
Well, I was telling that person, and you know what? They were asking a lot of questions. Kind of weird. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And that happened. It happened recently with a friend of mine who was like, this happened like to a T. They were like, I noticed they were asking a lot of questions. Didn't think it was weird until somehow it got back to some person that then, and I was like, what? And I was like, people operate this way?
Wow.
Then I was out the other night and I told you that's random girl at the bar. She was like talking to me. She came up to me and she was like, oh, my boyfriend, this and that. She was drunk. She was like, my boyfriend, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how long have you guys been together? Normal first question to ask.
Right.
And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? And then she looks at me and her eyes like squint and she goes, you're fishing. You're fishing. And I was like, girl, how the fuck? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Who would I be fishing this info for?
Yeah.
I was like, I have no. And then she like kind of wouldn't leave me alone. And I was like, go away.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, she was on that thought.
You're so drunk and you think I care.
That.
I don't care anymore. I was like, I was having to have a normal conversation with a rando at a bar and you've gone too far. Yeah.
Isn't it weird then how different people operate? So I guess the takeaway from there, guys, is be aware or beware of people asking questions.
Luckily, my spidey senses are pretty good because I did set up a convo. Manipulated a conversation basically perfectly. Sounds horrible to say, but I knew that I knew someone was overhearing a conversation I was having with someone else. And it was a person that has a connection to the person we were talking about.
Okay.
And I said, let me be very careful here. Let me tread very lightly and carefully with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I kind of manipulated my words and thoughts. I said things I didn't actually feel. Because usually I would be talking shit, but I was like, no, making it like I'm a good person on a high horse over here. And then quite literally immediately there were results of this conversation.
Seriously?
And I was like, I knew they were listening.
Yeah, okay.
I knew this would happen.
All right.
So I did.
Misinformation.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
But that benefit me.
Yeah.
So,
dude, that's
But my
smart.
spidey senses in that
smart.
way.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone's just
you're loitering.
Shady.
Yeah, earwigging in. What's going on? That was clever.
Yeah.
Look at you. Very aware. Just going back a little bit to the thing you were saying about the person that would come in and do the word vomit and you're just using you basically for a pair of ears.
Yeah.
I've also encountered that more times than I would like.
Yeah.
You're kind of aware of it, but it's like that person's interesting. What's coming at you is a lot. It's draining you. You feel your energy is, they're basically a dementor out of Potter. They are sucking up your energy to fulfill, to boost their own energy. And then they walk away and they're feeling, I feel great there.
Yeah.
And then you're just like a balloon that's just been let out. You've got nothing left in.
Yeah.
It just feels that, I don't know, that's how some people, that's the only way they can communicate.
Yeah.
And they feel they've had a great chat.
Yeah. I know.
I feel that, some people, those people, they kind of come in and they go, hey, what are we talking about over here? And then they just sort of
they take over.
I take over, or they'll just go, so how about this? And then you start talking. Like they ask you,
know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. They ask you a question, and then you're like, "Wow, a question for me?
For me? Oh, me?"
And then you're like, "Oh, I'm going to answer." And then you just start to answer, and then they're jumping over the top.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, and they'll give you the answer the thing basically they wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And they just needed basically the door opening a little bit, and you provided that. The question is
the pitch for them to hit the home run of the conversation.
Yeah. But they're throwing up the ball to themselves.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
They're teeing it up just for, asking the question just so that they can talk about the thing.
That is it.
There was something that did happen to me at a party where my worst nightmare, this happened to me. I was talking to a girl for a while. She was like a mutual friend, whatever. I was talking to her for a good amount of time, and we were having a very back and forth convo. We were getting into some deep stuff. She was telling me about her family and like trauma and all these things. And I was like, oh my God. And, I can relate in this way and not in this way, and asking her, like, I thought it was a good conversation. and then later on that night, I said to someone, or to Aaron, I think, I was like, I was talking to so-and-so. And he was like, oh yeah, she said that she met you. And then she said, yeah, she just used me as a sponge for like an hour. I said, she said that.
What?
She said that about me.
Though she said that about you?
Yes.
That you used her as the sponge?
That she was a sponge just to soak up everything I was saying. And of course, Aaron tells me not to hurt my feelings, just to tell me this. And I was like, and how ballsy to tell my boyfriend this.
Well,
talking shit about me to my boyfriend.
She knew that would have got back to you. No?
Yeah. That to me just felt...
That's a weird one.
I was like, that had to be some other motive there, because that wasn't even true. Like I learned a lot about you that I didn't even ask for. Yeah. Your family trauma and shit. I was like, what?
What?
It was so strange. So I was like, yes, was I yapping away? For sure.
But
we both were.
Joint yaps.
Yeah. I was like, if I can recall things and details about the combo about your life, I don't think I did all the talking.
Yeah.
It was just a weird thing. So now every time I see her or hear about her, I'm like, like SpongeBob over there.
Right, SpongeBob, whatever. Literally. Yeah, I'm not speaking to you. So what do you think the percentage was?
I don't see, because then I'm in my head, and I don't like to get in my head about things like that. Okay. I just like shelved that as like, okay, weird, whatever.
Okay. But then you just learn a lesson, and you're just like, wow, I
have other people to talk to that would very much love to talk all night. And I guess it's not you.
Other people I can speak at.
Yes.
Hey. You were listening.
I was listening.
You were listening.
Until you said at.
We'll talk at you next week.
Talk at you. Yes, that's... Oh, fuck. Oh, God. We literally are. We created
But that's fine. This is a podcast. That's why we do this.
We can't hear you. Whatever you guys are saying.
This is literally why we... No, we didn't.
One-sided convo. I have thought about that. People that have solo... pods. It's like you're just talking to yourself or to the people, but you're not getting any response back.
They must love it.
I would never be able to do it.
God, no.
Like what?
God, no.
God, no. What would you even be saying? I would talk for maybe 2 minutes straight and then be like, now what?
No, you need the interaction. Yeah. You need the natural flow of a convo, the back and the forth, the ping pong, all of it.
Every ep is sparked by what you're saying, pretty much. Anything I say is only sparked from what you're saying.
Right. And that's what's going on here. Yeah. And if you mute me, if when you do the edit and then you just mute me and it's just your voice for the whole ep.
Scary. Like, this girl's lost it.
What's going on?
Officially lost her mind.
But you ever, like you just mentioned before, I'm just calling back to a little bit. I did bookmark this.
Look at you.
I know. This isn't what I was going to talk about, but I'll bookmark that also.
Oh, God.
Dude, help me here.
God.
I'm well in the weeds.
He's in the weeds.
But I was going to say, are there any techniques when you know you've lost a train? What do you do when you're trying to recover? What works for you? What doesn't?
This is a question for me?
Yeah, this is a question. We're practicing questions.
Great question.
Great question.
What did you say? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Why are you listening?
Well, you know me, I do the whole, I look off. Looking around. Yeah. And that's how I do my, even when I'm talking to someone. Yeah. If you're listening to this and you know me, you've ever had a conversation with me, you know I'm like never looking at you in the eyes. That's just a brain thing I have. because I get lost, I get distracted. I'm like, look at that freckle on their face, and that eyebrow is a bit uneven. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about?
She's talking about me right now, actually.
So yeah, I look off, and that is my tactic of recalling something, or it's almost meditative. Like I'm looking away
to take it in,
zoning in on something that makes me think of nothing, so that I can recall my brain. It's like I'm visualizing files in my brain and like going back into them. And then I'm thinking like, oh God, they're looking at me. Do I have a booger? Like, and then I'm thinking about everything except for what the hell my thoughts are actually of the combo.
All right.
So if I forget, I look at the thing I was looking at when you were telling it to me, and it will come back.
All right. This might be odd.
Okay.
Let's just do a little experiment here. You do the looking off to the side thing that helps you focus and all those things. I'm very much, to show people that I'm listening. I'm very much, I'll look at you dead in the eye, and so it's kind of opposite.
And I know, and that's why I do feel. I'm like, I'm listening. I swear. Yeah. Like, trust me, you don't want me to be looking at you because I'm not fucking paying attention.
But I get it that can be distracting because, like you say, you're looking at, is there a booger and shit like that going?
Yeah.
So I want us to both close our eyes, but continue talking and see what happens to the convo there. Will it improve it or make it worse? I don't know. I've never done this. So.
And scene.
Right, I'm closing eyes now. Are you peeking?
I did, just to see if your eyes were closed.
Okay, my eyes are now closed.
Me too.
There's something you were
Everyone close your eyes driving. Practice with us.
There was something jumped out. I bookmarked something that you'd said about having a convo with someone and you think it's gone well, but then you might get home and, we all do this, don't we? We're all running over the conversation in our minds and then digging deeper. I can't do this.
I'm distracted.
Yeah.
It feels like you're God talking to me in my head because I can't see. I just hear a voice in my headphones being like, oh, yes, with my eyes closed.
I couldn't even do it.
No, that was weird. I didn't like that.
No. Okay, so we've established a convo cannot happen with both participants' eyes closed.
Unless you're blind.
Okay, yeah,
I'm sure they have very fulfilling conversations, Rich.
Yes, but they're very well practiced at it. Just for those who are jumping in and never done this sort of thing before, it's a challenge.
Yeah, that was hard.
It was hard. So now let's try the staring off.
just how about just do what works for you? The staring off, I feel like wouldn't work for you very well if I know anything about you.
All right. But what were you going to say?
You were talking about like it sticks in your brain. You think about how that conversation go.
Yes.
I kind of only think about it sometimes. I think I was going to say an age thing, but clearly not.
Right.
I think it happens less as you get older. Or
analyzing.
Experience-wise. I don't know. It's hard to say. I guess if you're comfortable in yourself and the people you're talking to, then you're not insecure about like what they're thinking.
Very good.
Yeah. But that's why I was in my head after this comment was made. Of course, I was like, "What the f?" Then it was making me reflect. No.
But then that reflection and it tossed up that issue. Would that then make you think, "Ooh, I've got to do that again"? Oh, I should reflect on the next convo.
I kind of reflected in the moment and then immediately was like, yeah, I guess I could see maybe why she thought that. But then it quickly turned to, I don't even care what she thinks. I don't even remember her name. Who is this person? Don't care. We'll never probably see or talk to them again.
All right.
So that was solved immediately. And then also I told like my friends about this and they were like, what the hell? So that reaction, you would think that would be the perfect opportunity for them to be like, well,
now that you mention it,
but it's also, you have an understanding that it's a night out. Like it's really, everyone's drunk and yapping away. And that just is what it is.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be a mean hater in that moment, then like you're weird. Yeah.
I think we've all been there, it's just a lot more. I don't think you can over-analyze. Analyze is fine on a night out, but over-analyze and take things, there's a bit more grace to be given.
Yeah, for things like that, yeah. If you're actively like being a problem, maybe reflect. I was just going to ask you what you do about recalling info if you forget.
Thank you for the question, Sabrina. I shall do my best.
It doesn't really count because it was your question first. I just used it back on you.
That's great. You were mirroring. That's also a technique.
Great. I'm so good at talking. So good at talking. That's what all my report cards said. I got an A for talking.
Talking. A for
too
talking.
Much.
I don't know. Like, I'll probably, I use the ABC technique.
What's that?
Or, that's usually for just words. If I'm trying to think of a word, I run through the alphabet.
Okay, that's fun.
Does it begin with this? And then I usually get to like H, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it was that.
Oh my God. That's very interesting.
Really? Not done that one?
I've never done that.
Yeah, and just like, it can work.
Yeah.
It can. Or usually another way is I'll just basically my mind, and I'm just picturing what I'll do now is just almost not above myself, but just trying, my mind's eye. Maybe I'm using that.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm looking off, I'm like in a file system in my brain. Yeah,
file system. Yeah.
I'm like literally going into my brain.
Yeah. Or
when you were just doing that, you were looking up.
Exactly.
You were looking off, looking away, like trying to recall.
Yeah, so it's a playback system.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, hang on, let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm actively doing that in my brain. I don't know if my brain is working as a tape or anything like that.
Maybe.
It's hitting rewind or whatever.
Tape's gotten eaten.
Yeah, mine. Going to need a pencil. And then just... So maybe I'm doing some playback and I'm just going, all right, and press play and go and run VT. Oh, and there's the answer. Maybe I think I'm doing a bit of that also. Other thing, I don't know. There's two good ones.
Yeah. Well, it's like the same like when you physically forget something. Usually by yourself and your brain is doing things, thinking, you're doing chores or whatever. You go into a room and you're like, why the fuck did I come in here? And then you can literally physically retrace your steps, go back to the room that you thought to come in here originally for. And as soon as you go back into the room, being in that space, your brain is like, oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah. It just triggers that little, the thing you'd forgotten. Yep. It's funny, you just said there that it's usually when you walk into a room, right? Mm-hmm. So you're exiting one room and physically walking into another. I don't know if this is true. Okay. I just heard it.
Okay.
Don't shoot the messenger. But I did hear that it's something to do with a door frame. It's like from one environment into another.
Yeah.
It's that separation of room that makes you forget.
Well, yeah. It's
people say, oh, why did I come in here?
Yeah.
It's because it's kind of...
It's like a reset.
Yeah, it's the elevator.
Yeah.
In
Severance.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're severed.
Yes.
Your old brain with those thoughts is in the other room.
In the other room.
Yeah, it's just like a change of scenery, change of setting that you're like, wait, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's also like new stimuli is around.
Yes.
So your brain is like subconsciously taking it in. And then you're like, oh, wait, I forgot the thing.
Dude, I think you've scienced it.
Yeah.
I think that is exactly it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Because, my science of my eye contact thing, I've always said, I think the only logical thing is when I was really little, I was doing dance and doing the competitions and learning the moves. And then when it came performance time, I'm having to memorize the moves the entire time. If I look at someone in the audience, I make eye contact, it's like brain off. Now I'm suddenly just looking at this person. I'm aware that they are aware of me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their face. Yeah. Or if it's my mom, God forbid, and she's waving at me. And then I'm like, oh, fuck.
Distraction.
I just like, it's like the change of stimuli. Like there's a person here now. And that like my brain just throws everything away. So I have to stare off. I would stare at the back of the auditorium at like a light bulb. Or stare at one thing the entire time. And they would be like, look at the judges and interact and smile. And I'm like, fuck, I can't do that. I would just be staring off. And then I think my brain just learned that way. That's how we recall info. And that is how we maintain this stream of thought.
Yeah.
And it just stuck that way.
Did you pick that up from somebody or did you just work it out for yourself along the way?
I think I just worked it out because that feeling of your brain going blank.
Oh, it's horrible.
Especially on stage when you have no time for thinking and everyone's looking. Like, if you make a mistake, it's going to be known. Like that feeling is so scary.
Horrible.
Especially as a little kid.
Yeah,
too, that I was I need to do anything I can to avoid that.
Yeah, again. Yeah, agreed. 100 on that. I can relate. This is, as we're talking about conversation, it's coming out as we go. And you've just relayed a story there. I'm relating, and it's just triggered something in my head. It's just examples.
We really are a lighthearted conversational podcast.
But it's, you're saying that feeling, there's nothing worse. And I think it's just that freeze and panic. Yeah, I can't think of it. And it's just that embarrassment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a fallout. Like the floor falls out and then you're just like there.
Yeah.
With nothing.
And you can't grasp onto anything.
Yeah.
You are in free fall.
Yeah.
And there's no nothing to grasp. And you're like, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets.
Yes. That's all you're thinking.
You can't get it back.
You're not thinking about the thing. You're thinking about how you can't think about the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you're in a group situation and all of a sudden
everyone's like, and
this silence feels like hours.
Yeah.
But it's just seconds, but then you're stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, been there a couple of times. How do you feel about when you're having a chat with someone and they and they just do a big fucking yawn?
Oh God. I feel you feel differently than me.
Go. This is interesting. Our differences.
Care. Because I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. People read it as like, oh, these conversations so boring, I guess. But I just am like, they're tired.
They need to yawn.
That has nothing to do with me. They slept like shit last night. They just came from a long day of work. Or everything that has nothing to do with me is why they're yawning. Because even if I'm like so intrigued by something, I can't help if I'm
can't
yawning.
stifle a yawn.
I could be watching the best movie of my life and be so into it and still yawn.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
I don't find that is, I don't care.
Don't you find that interesting that you don't care?
Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of like, oh, this person's out. They've switched off because and that harps back to my. It's a priority for me. Is that focus, that attention? Isn't that weird?
Something you're triggered or something?
Huh?
Like someone must have done that, and you felt very slighted or something.
Yeah.
Because for fear of offending you, I find that to be kind of like, how self-absorbed are you? Get over yourself. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I know.
God forbid I yawn. Yeah. Like, has nothing. Not everything's about you.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. But isn't that strange? Yeah. I'd like to know where that's come from.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, calling back to dance, like we used to do these like intensive like things, and they would get all these dance teachers that were like highly regarded and all this stuff to come in and teach us. And they're like strict as shit. This one woman specifically, like really good at her job, choreographer, like but so strict. And she's teaching like 6-year-olds. It was like a Marine boot camp, the way she was talking to us and treating us. And if you yawned in her class, she would kick you out.
Ooh.
And I was like, girl, it's like 8:00 in the morning.
What'd you expect?
I'm tired. Just because I'm yawning doesn't mean like I'm disrespecting you or your class or I'm not focused. God forbid, I can do both things at the same time.
Yeah.
Like she would get she found it so disrespectful. And I was like, okay. I think that's probably where my thing stems from, where I'm like, get over yourself. You know?
Yeah. But do you think she was setting out her these are my rules?
I think it was just another tactic.
Yeah.
An intimidation, controlled
you do.
tactic of like, not in a bad way, in a way that like, same way that the military is the way it is. It's like very like just serious and strict.
Exactly.
And like regiment.
Yes.
Like I think it was just a tactic for that.
Yeah. So kind of like
toughen you up.
Yeah, toughen you up. But it's like do you think it was kind of like these are my things and we always got to do these things. And if we even let one, and you may think it's pretty minor, slip, then you're liable to let the others slip.
Yeah.
You're just going to get into a bad habit, air quotes, of, well, if you've let that pass, then the rest is also going to slide. Yeah,
probably. I think it was just a way of like, take this seriously.
Right.
This is another way to like
right.
shift your brain into thinking. Because like, I get it. You're little kids too. You're like, take this serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember I cried like the whole time in that class. She scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I just remember crying a lot. And then afterwards, like she signed my t-shirt or something. And she was suddenly, now that she's not teaching me, so nice, so sweet. And she wrote like cute peanut on my shirt, I remember. And she's like, you're just so cute. And like, she loved me. And I was like, I think I'm actively crying right now in front of you. Like, you're still scaring me. Like,
oh, fuck.
But I was like, it was so, I was too young to understand
the dynamics of it.
If I was older, I would be like, oh, she's just like a hard ass. And I would actually respect her and her work and what she does. But as a little kid, I was like,
it's just scary as
she's
fuck.
yelling and she's mean and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
So looking back now, you think it was kind of a tough love-ish?
Probably. She's lucky she caught me at like 7 and not like 10, or else I would have been a fucking brat nightmare for her to deal with.
I don't think you would have responded to that.
Shit hadn't kicked in yet.
No. I
would have been the first one kicked out, probably.
Now, do you think that she was a big authority figure, obviously? Do you think that she was laying the groundwork for you to push back against that?
Probably not.
No, not her?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I need to do like one of those like hypnosis therapy sessions, to like really find out the root of that.
Yeah, I need to find out the root of why I need people to look like they're listening.
Yeah. There you go. Something happened to me the other day.
Yeah, go.
Where I was like, this is still in me in such a way that I cannot control how I feel about it. The authority thing.
Oh, this is interesting.
We went to a show, Aaron and I, and they had a bag policy that they didn't have last time we were there, mind you.
Okay.
But I did bring my smaller bag that I brought to the music festival.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah.
And we get up there and, they're always hollering as soon as you get up there. Like, ID's out, tickets ready, blah, blah, blah.
Keep the line moving.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to need to see your ID. And she comes up to me in front of like the whole crowd, the line. And she's like, I'm going to need to check your bag. I'm like, okay. I expected that. And she's like, we have a 6x6 bag policy. And she's like, let me see it. She's like, let's see if it's the right size or not. I'm like, okay. And she takes it from me, like in front of the whole class. She holds it up against this like measuring thing on the board. It's very obviously too big. She knew that before she took it from me. And she held it up there and she was like, nope, back to your car. Can't bring this in. And I was like, fine. And I was just like walking away and I was like, oh, I got so mad. And I was just like bitching about it to Aaron. And he was like, it's fine. And I was like, no. And she did that. And she didn't even need to do that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then like we walked up again and I just had my stuff. Yeah. And she's like, okay, same woman. She's like, everything out of your pockets. And I was like, it's going to take me a while. I was like, I had to put everything in my pockets. I don't just have a wallet.
Love it.
And I was just being like a bitch. Yeah. And I was like, what am I doing right now? And then even the security guard was like, oh, how horrible was that, or something like, oh, woe is me type thing. Right. And I was like, yes, I know I'm being ridiculous. I know I am. I don't want to be, but I was like, I'm feeling it inside. The rage. I'm so upset by this. Huh. Yeah.
It brought up old patterns.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's also just the delivery. I get you're a security person, but also I'm not doing something sketchy. No. You do not have to yell. You don't have to be stern in this way. You could easily have just said when you saw me in line, hey, that bag's too big. Can you take it back to your car? I'd be like, great.
Job done. Current bun.
But that whole to-do and show theater of the whole production, I was like, okay.
Was she doing this, do you think, as to make an example so that she could see, so everyone else could see what's going on over here?
That's how I feel about most authority things that rub me the wrong way.
Okay.
It's people that I'm like, get off your high horse. Yeah. Who do you think you are? Yeah. That shit is what annoys me the most. Yeah. Don't make an example out of me.
Right.
Yeah.
But was it like making examples so that she didn't have to do it? Because, then everyone could see what's going on and then they just have to check themselves and make sure about their bag.
That's your job.
Okay.
Do it to every single person. Right. Don't make someone feel bad so that your job is easier.
Okay. Yeah.
Even right now, I'm worked up. But yeah.
Steam coming out those ears.
Yeah, it made me like, damn, I still have this, and to a certain extent, this like feeling.
Yeah.
That was like visceral. Like I knew in my brain, like it's fine, don't care about it so much, but I couldn't help still feeling and reacting in those
It automatically
ways.
just came up.
Yeah.
Because it was just, you were triggered.
I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was someone, it was one of the security guys at the airport, blatantly abusing. He didn't have to be so mean as that. You know what I mean?
See?
He wearing the uniform, and yes, there were a lot of people. I don't know what his morning was like, but I thought, just my thoughts were that, oh no, this is just how he is with this. This is not just he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
He was being rude to everyone who had probably, like us, we'd been on a flight. You don't know everyone else's story.
Yeah.
How long they might have been sleeping in the airport for all night, and they're just tired as fuck, and they just want to get on and get moving.
Yeah.
Or, they could have a million things going on in their minds. Who knows? But there's no need to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And be rude.
And it's like I said, it's like your security, I get it. You can't, it's like what you said with the dance teacher. If you let one thing slide, then you have to treat everyone the same. Like I do get that. But like why is this the same way that you're treating everyone?
Yeah.
Automatically aggressive kind of.
Yeah.
That's not the way to go, I don't think.
Do you think, do you think he would have the same goal, if the same goal is to get people moving through the line quickly, because who wants a big line at an airport? If the same goal, look at the goal, but how do I achieve it? How do I get this to happen? And it just happens that he could be, he could be one of those traffic coordinators. He has gloves on, he's doing a little dance, and he's making, and he's brightening people's day at the same time.
Yeah, there's a way to get info across sternly and efficiently without being a dick.
An asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to this Halloween thing a few years ago. It was literally at a gas station, and there was a bar there. People had drinks walking around, but we were like, we'll bring our own drinks. The line for the bar was crazy. So we got drinks out of our car. Everyone had drinks, so we were like, this probably isn't allowed, but I don't know. And we had our cans, and this guy like just comes walking over with a flashlight, and he shines it on me, sees my can, doesn't say a word, just smacks it out of my hand onto the ground. And he's like, that's not allowed.
Whoa.
And it like keeps walking, and I was like, what in the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure, I get it. There's a lot of riffraff probably happening right now.
Right.
There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
But that was crazy.
That was crazy.
I was like, that wasn't the way to do it. Also, he wasn't dressed like security. He just looked like a normal guy with a flashlight that they just like hired to do this, I guess. And I was like, okay, strange.
It's like, can we have another go at this? How would you have done that differently? And
then of course I was pissed.
Yeah.
And people are like, he's just doing his job. And I'm like, sure, but my whole thing.
I think that's just an abuse. They want to feel important in this role that they got, and they're just like, I want to be the ass. They're just like, they've probably got piled on from above, someone from above, and they're just like passing it down. That's probably what it is, or partly anyway. Well, mate, I'm gonna take a piss.
Okay.
Come back.
Okay.
Pick this up.
Should we be done?
I feel we're just ranting.
That's why I said some rare bitching. And
it's one of those eps.
Well, guys, yes, you've reached the end of yet another Tea and Toasties episode. Episode 40. We're hitting another, what's that called? Another number. We're in the 40s
milestone.
Now. Yeah, only 12 more until
the full year. The full year.
Crazy town.
It should work out like just January the 20th-ish.
Yeah, maybe.
Around that point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a special ep for that.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll start thinking about it.
Yes. Okay. Well, guys, you can follow us on Instagram at Tea and Toasties Pod. Oh, I lied. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube at Tea and Toasties. It's just Tea and Toasties. I forgot my own spiel. No pod, just Tea and Toasties.
That's what it is.
The links are in the description anyways, everywhere. Like, review, anywhere you get this podcast, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, etc. And we will talk at you next week. And
TTFN.
Bye-bye.
Later.